Hey, good morning, Shirley. How are you today?
Text messages. The man, he reached out.
Hey, Malika. Thank you. Good morning, Liddell. Welcome. People are trickling in. I like it. Good to see everybody today, my friends. We'll give it maybe a few more minutes, and I will send my reminder out here. How is everybody doing so far? Everybody having a good week, I hope. Getting caught up with stuff as we quickly approach the end of term one in this virtual school so far. Good morning, Teron. Mark everybody here. Shirley, Malika, Bell. Excellent, excellent.
Good morning, Mr. Ty.
Good morning, good morning. All right, y'all. We'll give it maybe 5 more minutes, see if we get anybody trickling in, and then we will jump in. You can pull up Summit if you haven't already. All we're gonna do today is I'm just gonna go over real quick what everything that is due, and just give you guys the bulk of the morning to work and get caught up, since the end of the term is very quickly approaching. All right, good morning, Nikaya. Welcome back. All right, y'all, about another minute, and we'll jump in here. All right, y'all. Good morning again. Welcome. I hope everybody is doing well this week. Couple quick housekeeping things. Just real quick, remember we have an assembly tomorrow at 11:30. Is our final awards assembly of the term. So if you know you are green in your classes or you have been doing a good job, then you may be getting some Amazon gift cards. Also, if you finish the STAR tests, that is coming your way as well. So that's tomorrow at 11:30. Miss C will send out the link. Excuse me, the link. Also remember, like I said, end of the term is coming up. It is next Friday, November 6th. So that is when all of your work is due for me and my class. That means by midnight on Friday, so 12 a.m. Saturday, I guess technically. I should have all your work in since our grades have to be in by that next Monday. Okay. So as you're working to get caught up with stuff, that's what you should be focusing on. All right. What we're going to do today is I'm going to introduce real quick the final checkpoint and then give you guys time to work on that. And then all next week is going to be time to work on the final product. All right. Questions with anything so far? All right, awesome. Well, then let me share my screen real quick and show you guys what is going to be due. All right. I'm going to head to my student view real quick. So you guys can see how it will look on your end. All right, and now let me get my screen shared. Okay. And again, if you do have a question about anything, please let me know. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume that you are good to go. All right. So you should be seeing my screen share with you now. It's on my student view, so it should look very similar to how yours looks. All right. So if you go to year and find our class. Excuse me. Find our class, English 2, right? Look at our project. And you'll see you have checkpoint 2 assigned to you right here. It says essay outline. All right. Now we've been working on these two things down here, the thesis check for understanding, right? And the model essay organization pre-assessment. So once those are finished, all that's left is this essay outline up here, which looks like this. Let me actually double check something real quick. No, all right, actually, hold off on this real quick because I need to edit something on Summit that has not gone through yet. All right. So while I'm working on that, I'll just do a real quick recap of everything else that is due in case people are behind and need to get caught up. All right. All right. So just real quick recap of everything else that's due. Okay. You have checkpoints 1 and 2 assigned to you. All right. Checkpoint 1 looks like this, right? Where you are analyzing these character traits in the chart. Okay. The link to the story is right here for you to use. Or you can just copy paste it into your browser, right? For you to use to pull quotes and examples from, right? Most of you may have already finished that, which is great if you did, right? Also keep in mind the other stuff that you should have done under checkpoint 1 is this "Are we innocent?" warm up. Looks like this. Okay, where you were highlighting agree, disagree, telling me why. And then also this we did together, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. And then you also want to make sure this explanation of evidence pre-assessment, that this is also done. So this, we kind of did the first one together, and then you guys did the 2 and 3. So those should be done as well. All you're doing is telling me in a couple sentences, how does this evidence support this claim about the character up here? So that should be done as well. Okay. And then that's everything for checkpoint 1. And then under checkpoint 2, all right. Good morning, Samir. Good to see you for the first time in a while. Right. Under checkpoint 2, everything we should have done. Our thesis check for understanding. This is where we're practicing writing a thesis statement about this prompt, thinking about the lottery as our story that we're basing it off of. Okay. So we talked a couple different times about what makes a good thesis statement. What should that look like? What does it do? All right. So you're putting your thesis statement, your practice thesis statement for this prompt in here, using the lottery as your kind of source. And then the last thing we worked on last week was this kind of organization activity where you are highlighting this model essay and following kind of the instructions in the grid up here, or the chart, excuse me. So you're highlighting, okay, where's the thesis? Highlight that yellow, that we did together, right? So you should have that done if you were following along. And then any evidence, I highlight green. Explanation of that evidence, I highlight orange. And any transitions, I highlight purple. And then do that throughout the whole essay here, and then just answer these questions at the bottom, okay? So that's everything that should be due. And then if you get caught up with all of those, you can do the actual essay outline checkpoint, which hopefully I will have fixed in a sec, right? But rather than interrupt you guys again when I have that fixed, I'll just hold off, and as you finish everything else, I'll explain to you how that's going to work. And if not that many people finish up, I can kind of explain it towards the end, so you know as you leave what is still going to be due. Okay. So that is pretty much the real quick, and I know I did that fast, but I want to give you guys as much time to work as you need. All right. But that is the real quick rundown of everything that is going to be due. All right. Not including the actual checkpoint for checkpoint 2, the outline, which I'm going to work on getting fixed right now and then reassigned to everybody. Okay. So are there any questions with that, with anything that you need to work on? Everybody understands what is going to be due? If you are stumped on anything or you're not sure, please let me know now, either in the chat or over your mic. Because if I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume you're good to go. All right, then I'm going to mute myself and let you guys work on whatever it is you know you need to get caught up on. And I will check in periodically. Check 1, 2, what is it again besides the essay? All right, no problem. I can show that again real quick, Malika. Thank you for asking. All right. All right. So for checkpoint 2, don't worry about this outline quite yet. I still have to fix something on there. All right. So it's a little easier for you guys to do on Summit. So instead, when you get to checkpoint 2, scroll down and you want to focus on the thesis check for understanding. Okay. And this is where, okay, you're reading this prompt up here and now using the lottery as your basis. Okay. How can I craft a thesis? All right. That answer these questions. And remember, we watched a couple of those videos, what a good thesis should do, what should it look like. If you forget any of that stuff, the recordings of those classes are on the Yes Philly YouTube page, so you can always look there, right? And if you need a refresher, the link to the story of the lottery is in checkpoint 1. And let me know, and I can also put it in the chat as well if you need. And then the other thing on checkpoint 2, again, you're on checkpoint 2 on Summit, scroll down, and this model essay and organization pre-assessment, all right, looks like this. And this is what we were doing last class, where you're highlighting the different parts of the essay according to the colors up here, and then answering these questions, right? When you do those 2 things, then you're ready for the outline, and you can let me know, and I can give you a quick, brief explanation of how to do that outline. Hopefully I'll have it fixed in Summit by then, okay? Did that answer your question, Malika? Cool. All right, any other questions, please put them in the chat or give me a shout as they come up. I'm going to fix that outline real quick, and then I'll be going over and giving feedback to anything that comes in. So if you're behind on checkpoint 1, don't forget to request feedback if you finish, so on and so forth. All right. So I will check back in a few and give you guys some time to work and get caught up. All right. Thank you very much. right, so real quick, ladies and gents, I have assigned you all the right thing now for the outline for checkpoint 2. So I'm just going to show you real quick, because if you know, okay, I'm going to be finished with the other stuff for checkpoint 2 soon, and then I want to know what to do next. Just real quick, where you would go to pull that up, all right, is you're on Summit, you click on checkpoint 2. Okay, and then you click your essay outline right here. Actually, you know what? Let me put it into my student view real quick so you guys can see. All right, now it should be good. So you're on checkpoint 2, essay outline. You click here. Comes up, looks like this. And then if you click on your clipboard in the top right, you'll see these links pop up. And then the last one says essay outline medium in parentheses. And if you click that, it'll bring up something that looks like this. And now you actually have the essay, or excuse me, the outline to type into. And then this is where you're just going to build your outline to help write your essay that answers this prompt, which is the same prompt we've been working with, which is basically asking, how does an author reveal a character's personality throughout the novel? So focus on one character from the lottery and think about what's one fear, flaw, longing, what's one character trait they have, how is that introduced, explained, and developed. How do we know what Mrs. Hutchinson is afraid of after we read the story? And think about what are the things we talked about that you should look for to pull out those character traits. Remember that A-list mnemonic device. Okay. And so then you're going to build your essay here. So I would write my thesis up here, which is going to come from that thesis practice in checkpoint 2. And then you're building kind of topic sentence, evidence analysis. I know there's 2 here. If you only do the first 3, that's okay. Okay. If you want to do the other 2, that's fine. But this is where, okay, now I'm taking evidence from the story, like from the lottery. Right. And again, you can find the link to that story in checkpoint 1, or you can ask me and I will send it to you. Okay. And then you're filling this out the same way by paragraph 2, 3. And then the final product we're going to work on next week is going to be just crafting the actual essay. All right. So that's just the basic gist of how to find the outline when you're ready. So again, go to checkpoint 2, click on your clipboard in the top right, scroll around, you see outline medium, and then fill it out right here. Once you're done filling it out, you can copy and all of this and paste it into the checkpoint and then request feedback. Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I know a lot of you are still kind of working on the other stuff to get caught up. That is fine. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys that quick. And it's also recorded now, so it'll be on the YouTube page as well in case anybody misses that. All right. So what I would recommend is when you finish the other 2 activities for checkpoint 2, the thesis check for understanding and the organization activity, let me know and then I can check them, and then you're good to start doing the outline. Okay. And we will kind of do a little bit more with that on Monday, since hopefully by then some people will be a little bit more caught up. All right. But I will check in again in about 10 minutes as you guys are working on everything you know you need to work on. All right. Good job today. Please, please, please let me know if you have questions. Thank you, guys. All right, y'all, just checking in. We got about 15 minutes left. How's everybody doing with stuff? Give me a 1 to 5 in the chat of like, yes, I understand everything I need to do. I'm just about caught up. I kind of know what's going on. I'm still working through some stuff. Maybe I finished checkpoint 1, but I'm working on the checkpoint 2 stuff. Or so maybe that'd be a 3. 5 would be like I'm all caught up, and then 1 would be like I'm still totally lost. I'm still way behind, or I'm something I need some help. Please give me a 1 to 5 in the chat right now with kind of your progress with everything. All right, because I know it's a lot. I know everybody's trying to get all their classes caught up before the term ends. So I want to see where you guys think you are. So I know if we have to make any shifts before the end of the term. So please put a 1 to 5 in the chat for me right now if you can. How are you? How are you? Where are you with everything? Again, 5 being like I'm all caught up. I'm just about ready to start the outline on checkpoint 2. 1 being like I'm still way behind. I need a lot of help. I'm lost on a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, thank you. I got a response from Nakaya. All right, Shirley, thank you. All right, Waddell, Malika, don't forget to put 1 in there as well. Tehran, you too. All right, and those of you who are putting 1s and 2s, I am going to share the link for the afternoon summit lab in the chat. So as always, please don't forget to attend that if you are struggling with anything and you need help. You want some kind of one-on-one time. That is always the best opportunity to get that stuff done, to get caught up. All right, so the link for that is in the chat now for everybody. I will be in there from 1 to 3 later today. All right, so please don't be afraid to utilize that. So Malika, Waddell, Tehran, throw a 1 to 5 in there for yourselves as well. I want to see that from you too. And this is good. This kind of lets me know what page everybody is on. All right. So, all right, no worries, Shirley Ann. Again, the class recording is going to be on YouTube. You can always go back there, and you can always come another day too. I'm going to be in there. It's always every day, Monday to Friday. Okay. So keep working on what you guys are working on. Let me know if you have questions with anything. I'm going to check back in again in about another 5-10 minutes and just kind of wrap up. But based on the responses I'm getting, I might kind of shift gears for our final week next week. And instead of having people do the essay, depending on what gets turned in between now and Monday, maybe we'll shift gears and we'll do something else for our final product for this class. But we'll see kind of what people can get turned in, what people can work on between now and then, and see what happens. But keep it up, keep working what you're working on. And if you have questions, please give me a shout, let me know. If you know you're gonna need help, please don't be afraid to come to the Summit Lab later today. All right, good job. All right, I'll just to wrap up here real quick. Man, it is raining out there. We got a little less than 5 minutes left. Okay, again, everything due by next Friday. Um, you should all have that essay outline available now. If you click on the checkpoint and then click your little clipboard at the top right, you should see that drop down, and you want the one that says essay outline medium. I'll put it in the chat too, just in case. You can screenshot it if you need to save it. That's the one you want to look for. But like I said, I want to see kind of what gets turned in between now and Monday, and maybe we'll shift gears for our final week and for our final product and see what we need to do. Right, because I know people have been trying to get caught up with this class and other classes and all that stuff. But for now, that's everything that should be due. So all those checkpoint 1 things we went over, all the checkpoint 2 things we went over, the thesis, check for understanding, the organization practice with that model essay where you're highlighting the different colors, okay? And then the outline. If you have questions with anything, please don't forget to shoot me an email, shoot me a message. And if you need help, if you want to get some one-on-one, whatever it is, please come to the Summit Lab. I will be in there today from 1 to 3. It is the best place to come to help get caught up as you're trying to finish everything up here for the end of the term, okay? Are there any questions for me about anything we need to do, about Summit, about anything in general? Right. Well, if I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that you are good. But if a question does come up, don't be afraid to shoot me an email. All right. So unless you have any other questions that come up, you are good to go for today. Just again, remember everything is due next Friday. So just stay with it. I'm going to be in the chat for another about minute or two in case anything comes up. But if not, you are good to go. I will see you all next Monday. Please have a great weekend. Stay safe, and don't forget assembly tomorrow at 11:30. With Deltaron, unless you guys have questions about anything, you guys are good to go. I will be in the lab later today if you need it. The link for it is in the chat if you want to copy paste that or screenshot it or save it, whatever you need. All right. All right, y'all have a good one.